Injustice anywhere is a threat to justice everywhere.
The quote, "Injustice anywhere is a threat to justice everywhere," by Dr. Martin Luther King, Jr., expresses the profound idea that justice is not confined to one place, group, or situation. It is a universal principle that binds human society together. When injustice occurs in one part of the world, even if it seems isolated or distant, it weakens the foundation of justice everywhere else. This is because justice, like a delicate fabric, is interconnected. A tear in one corner affects the integrity of the whole. Dr. King's message emphasizes the moral responsibility we all share, to stand against injustice no matter where it occurs. Ignoring oppression, discrimination, or unfair treatment in any place allows the normalization of injustice, which can spread silently and threaten the rights and dignity of others, even in societies that consider themselves fair or democratic. In essence, injustice is contagious. It thrives on silence, indifference, and separation. By highlighting this interconnectedness, the quote calls for solidarity, vigilance, and collective action. It reminds us that the fight for justice is not only for the directly affected, but for the well-being of all humanity. Remaining passive in the face of injustice, even if it doesn't affect us personally, is not neutral. It contributes to the erosion of justice itself.
The arc of the moral universe is long, but it bends toward justice.
The quote, "The arc of the moral universe is long, but it bends toward justice," speaks to the enduring belief that despite setbacks, delays, and struggles, justice will ultimately prevail over time. Originally rooted in the words of 19th century abolitionist Theodore Parker, and later popularized by Dr. Martin Luther King, Jr., this quote conveys a message of hope and moral perseverance. It acknowledges that change often comes slowly, and the fight for justice can feel endless and frustrating, but it reassures us that history moves in the direction of fairness, equality, and righteousness, even if progress is gradual. The arc symbolizes the unfolding of history and the evolution of human conscience. It may not move in a straight line. It may twist, stall, or even regress at times. Yet the quote affirms that the long-term trajectory of society is inclined toward justice. This bending doesn't happen on its own. It bends because people of courage and principle push it, even when the odds seem overwhelming. It's a reminder that while justice may be delayed, it is not denied forever. This perspective strengthens the resolve of those engaged in social change, urging them not to give in to despair, but to trust in the deep moral structure of the universe that ultimately favors truth, equality, and human dignity.
If you want peace, work for justice.
The quote, "If you want peace, work for justice," expresses the powerful truth that true and lasting peace cannot exist without justice. Peace is often thought of as the absence of conflict or violence, but this quote challenges that shallow definition by pointing out that genuine peace must be rooted in fairness, equality, and the protection of human rights. When people are oppressed, marginalized, or treated unfairly, even if there is no open conflict, there is no real peace, only a quiet tension or suppressed anger that can eventually erupt. This quote implies that working for justice, ensuring that every person is treated with dignity, has equal opportunities, and is protected by fair laws, is the foundation for building a peaceful society. Without justice, peace is fragile and artificial, like a surface calm, hiding deeper unrest. Therefore, those who truly desire harmony among people must commit to addressing the root causes of injustice, such as poverty, discrimination, corruption, or inequality. The message is not passive or idealistic, it's a call to action. It suggests that peace is not something we can simply hope for or negotiate. It must be earned by actively creating systems and societies where justice is upheld. Only then can peace be meaningful, stable, and shared by all.
Justice delayed is justice denied.
Justice delayed is justice denied conveys the idea that when legal or moral justice is not delivered in a timely manner, it loses its value and effectiveness. Justice is not only about the outcome, but also about the timing. If someone suffers a wrong and must wait endlessly for redress, the harm continues, and the promise of justice becomes hollow. Delays in justice can prolong suffering, erode trust in the legal system, and allow injustice to persist unchallenged. This quote is especially relevant in legal and social contexts where people wait for fair treatment, due process, or the resolution of disputes. Even if justice eventually comes, if it arrives too late, the opportunity to make things right may have already passed, and the damage may be irreversible. For example, a wrongfully imprisoned person who is freed after decades has lost precious years that cannot be restored, making the justice they receive incomplete. The quote serves as a warning that slow or obstructed justice is, in effect, a form of injustice. It stresses the importance of timely action, accountability, and responsiveness within legal and moral systems. Without urgency, justice can become a distant ideal rather than a lived reality, especially for the most vulnerable members of society.